Welcome to another video. Now, I don't know how to introduce this video. It's not a Stitch Diary video. It's not exactly a doll diary video. It's a figurine video, and it's a Mirai figurine. And if you don't know who Mirai is a character that Danny Chu, who lives in Japan, I don't know if he was born in England, he may have been born in England, but he was raised in England. His parents aren't English, they're Malaysian, but he later moved to Japan when he was 28, I know this much, and he set up a business and he created a number of characters, but his main character is Mirai, and this is Mirai Smart Doll. She's not one of the smart dolls I built myself, because sometimes I've bought them in pieces and built up a character, but I bought her as a whole doll. She was new, but she was sold on from a friend of mine who watches who I got to know through who watching my YouTube channel, Vanessa. So hi Vanessa, if you're watching. So here's your lovely Mirai, who's having a lovely time living here. Honestly, I love her so much. I'm a super fan of Mirai, and I have been collecting a few little things to do with Mirai. So I didn't collect, this is her summer uniform, but I made this. Basically, Danny has been nice enough to share sewing patterns of like things that they used to previously stock and don't stock anymore, and they've put the patterns on there. Not absolutely everything, but there's a number of things, so you could really give your doll some nice clothes to wear. I've certainly used a few of them. Well, this is what I made. It's her official uniform, and I do dress her in this quite a lot. I do. The socks were another pattern, there might have been motivation, and I got these brown shoes from AliExpress. Now sometimes I've seen illustrations of her where she's been in black socks with this outfit and things, but I think when this outfit was sold it may have been white socks. I don't know, I can't really remember actually, because I wasn't collecting when this was getting sold, but I have seen it, but I just forget things sometimes. Well, what it is, I love Mirai, and I've been trying to collect a few things, so I managed to collect her in Nendroid form. So it's probably easy to show you everything. I've got her, but it's easy to show you everything she comes with here. So she comes with one body, a car, 3 different face plates. So can you see her face looking rather different? She's got like a closed eye, an open eye, and then like that kind of different style of anime eye. So she's got 3 different face plates that you can change. There's the little, I don't know what that little robot, its name is actually. And yes, so I have her, and I love having her, but what I've ended up doing is I've put her on a Nendroid doll body, because this Nendroid, she was number 271. She's one of the earlier ones, and they were always on these bodies, but the Good Smile company who make them have released these Nendroid bodies that you can rebody them to. So I've put her on a Nendroid body, and I've even clipped her feet off, and I've given her some heeled feet, and I've made her this little outfit. So yeah, I was pretty keen on getting these Nendroids, especially when I've told many of my viewers before, when I find a sewing book, I just go potty and I want the doll or whatever it is you're dressing. So I had this sewing book for these Nendroid dolls, and then Mirai was my first Nendroid, but I've got a number of them now, and some of them actually I haven't unboxed. I did make a few videos that I just ended up deleting in the end. Unfortunately, many other YouTubers may tell you, you end up filming a hell of a lot of content that you never even ever get out. Well, I do anyway. Sometimes it's just my phone gets clogged up, I really need to do a video with something else, and then I move on. But I'm sure I would have unboxed Mirai on my YouTube channel, and if I didn't, I'm really sorry if I didn't do that. I could always look back on my videos and rebox her and get her out again maybe, but this is the face I've got on her at the moment. So she's the mini version, but if I wanted her back in that uniform I could. Right, let me just kneel this Mirai down. So I want her still in shot. She's a smart doll. If you don't know, I'm sure most people watching my videos know what a smart doll is by now, because I've got a number of smart doll videos. Now this is the thing I'm unboxing today, but let me move Mirai over here and get her. Maybe she looking at you. Hopefully she might be looking at you, so fingers crossed. Well, anyway, this is Mirai's authentic Nendroid body. Everything here you see is authentic. There's nothing not authentic, so I probably don't need to say. But this is her Nendroid body, and this is one of her spare faces. Actually, I'm using her face on another Nendroid at the moment. The squinty kind of eye one, the closed eye, like a smiley face. But I've got this one here. Now, if you buy any Nendroid that is pre 300, mine is 271. These are different. You can't take these neck bit out like the others. So if you do want to put your doll on a body, it's best to probably put it on the Nendroid body, because you can get the OB11s and things, and then you just have to do a bit of jiggery pokery to get it to work. But they go better on the authentic good small doll bodies. If I show you the body next to, they're much smaller. They've got this chibi look about them. They look kind of more in proportion with their head size on these bodies. And I'm using one of these A-frames that Good Smile companies sell separately. They sell them in packs of 3. So I can just pop her head off like this and put her back on her original, which for this video I may do this. Now her stand is one of the older style ones, and she's got like a print on it, a pathway. I'm just looking at this, I'm thinking, what on earth is this? Is this Mirai's? Yes, it does look like it's Mirai's. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to come back to you, bear with me. Okay, it's an alternative stand. So if you didn't want to use this, maybe you wanted things to look more uniform with your other Nendroids on the shelf, you could use this one, which I've never used actually. These stands don't come with Nendroids at the moment. However, this isn't going to work with her actually, because she's got long hair. It's not really going to be suitable, so I've got to think of a way I'm going to get her to stand if I keep her on this body. So yeah, so how do people get Mirai to stand? I really don't know at the moment, but she stands a lot better when she's on her doll body. So I've got an idea. Mirai, she can hold her little self, can't she? Okay, I've done a little bit of messing around. So I've put Mirai's right hand like this for Mirai to stand on, and I've used her other hand to wrap around her like this. So how lovely. So yeah, I probably might have a little mess around with this when I've finished filming. Get myself reacquainted with it. Although it's not really been an issue for me, because I've been using her on this Nendroid body. I've not had to worry about the stands and how she stands up and things. Now this is the little... Oh, please tell me what this is. Now, if any of you watch a YouTube channel called Lady Disdain, they do regular news updates about smart dolls and things. And Sandy and John. Yeah, I'm good with their names and everything now. I'm in their Discord and things. They have this animated on their channel, flying around and things, because they're super fans of Smart Doll as well. Would I be able to have this in shot? Right, I've managed to get that on her shoulder, and her bow was a bit crooked as well, so I've managed to straighten that up as well. Now, I've also got something else that's Mirai related, as well as the thing that's in this box that I'm going to be opening. And some of you might be able to guess what it is. I've got something on here. I have got these Mokanji cards. Now, I've been learning Japanese for over a year now, and I was super keen to get these. This was a product that Culture Japan, Danny Chu, used to sell, and I was just desperate for them. But it's more of a collector thing for me. I haven't used them for learning Japanese. I've just ended up having a skim through a few of them once when I bought them, and then they've sat on the shelf. But I do plan to go back to them. But look, she's got the little Japan, the Nihon flag here, and we got the flag, the Japanese flag, with this Nendroid, which is super fun. I've actually got a Japanese flag here because I'm following the World Cup football, and I bought a pack of all the flags of all the teams that are playing in the World Cup, and I'm trying to watch most of the games. The only games I'm not getting to see are the ones that end up finishing before, you know, I might have fell asleep, or ones that are happening in the night. And oh gosh, I was watching one last night because Cape Verde, I wouldn't have expected them. I don't really know anything about that team, but I wouldn't have expected them to you know, hold draws and things against certain teams that maybe certain teams might have expected to win them. And I had a look at Cape Verde, and it's an island, and there's only one football pitch on the island, and the goalie is in his 40s, and yeah, it's just incredible. And they kept a draw with Spain in their first game, and they played Uruguay last night, and they cried. I don't think they'd ever been in the World Cup before, and when they got that draw with Spain, they literally were in tears. You would have thought they'd won it. You knew what it meant to them, and they kept a draw with Uruguay last night as well. So yeah, I'm finding their story really exciting, actually. I'm not just following the World Cup to follow how UK do. I'm following it because I'm interested in seeing how everybody does. I just want to see the whole thing. So where did I buy this? I bought this on eBay. And if you haven't guessed already, it is something called a Figma. Now, I don't collect Figmas. I don't have any others. I may not ever have another. At this stage, I don't know. But I wanted this Figma. And this has been packaged well. It has come from Japan Post. And I didn't have any additional fees or anything. I think it was under the value for any kind of extra fees, actually. Ta-da! Now, I wanted to take some photos of this. Now, this apparently is a used item, and I can see there is some damage to the box on the plastic. But the box isn't damaged, but the plastic looks a little scratched. But can you see a Mirai in here? Now, I will let you know the capabilities. Now, there's more than one Mirai in here. There's a Mirai, and she can hold her own Mirai. So it'd be like a small version of these two. Can you see her there? I think she's got a laptop as well. So I'm going to just put this in my photo area and do some photography and filming, and then I'm going to get opening. So what I think I'll do is I'll go to some overhead filming next, so you can see this up close, because if I just sit here opening it, I don't think you're going to see it that well. And I think Mirai is kind of catching all the light here, and it's not quite getting to me as much now. So yeah, so let's get to the other side. Okay, I've just had a good look around this box, and I'm super excited about it because I'll be able to have this on my shelf with her on show. That's how I've been displaying my other box. I've literally been having it on my shelf that way, so I can see Mirai on the shelf. So now I'll be able to have them maybe side by side or in different places. But yeah, when you're a super fan of something, then yeah, it is exciting, isn't it? So yeah, initially I was kind of choosing between what I was going to collect, which I was going to get, and I went with this, an Android style of Mirai, but this is like, you know, near enough a year on now, well, a year and a half, and now obviously I feel like it's time that I have the Figma. Now I'm a super fan. I don't have the Culture Japan map. I have tried to see if anyone has got it that doesn't care for it or has got a number of them, and at the moment I haven't had any offers. I saw someone selling one once and I thought, oh my goodness, selling this piece of paper that was free for anybody to take. Everybody was getting them in their doll deliveries, and they were literally free to take off the shelf in the shop. Oh, look at the back of this. You could take this centre bit out and use it. Oh yes, I can see. You fold it at the edges. I wonder if there's a picture of that in use. I can see that she's got a stand, which that's useful, isn't it? Especially as my Android Mirai, I'm having trouble, aren't I, trying to stand her up on her own. But as I say, I don't keep her on that body. Let me try and put them in their places. So it looks like she might have an alternative sleeve here. Has something come out while I was doing this? I'm not quite sure. So that I can't see any instructions, but maybe there used to be instructions, but there aren't anymore. But I can figure this out. Sometimes when you have something that you've never had before, it's nice to have some instructions. Now she's still got the plastic underneath here. Now maybe they thought there was going to be an element of staining, so I'm not in any rush here to take this off her. Now she can bend her knees, and she can bend at the ankle as well. So she could kneel like this, and also she could sit pretty good. She can actually kneel down quite low. That's good articulation. She can bend at the elbow. She's waving. Let's turn her head. I'm guessing her head turns. So her head is going to come apart here like an android to change the face, because she comes with another face. That's so funny. Let's have a look at this. Now, if we had some instructions, we might know what this is actually for. It looks like a sleeve, but I'm not convinced. Oh, right. Oh, look, you can have her, either she's suffering from hay fever or she's crying. So what you can do, you can swap out one of her hands like this, just wiggle, wiggle. And you put this one on instead. And then if she'd got that face on, you put this up to her face. So let me just make sure I'm bending in the correct manner. But I could still use it with this one. She could be just wiping her nose, couldn't she? Put this hand down. Put it on her waist. Yes, a tissue. Oh, that's quite good fun actually, using that. I'm not too bothered about changing her face at the moment, but I will take it off for you to see. Oh gosh, I might as well change her face. It's literally dropped out. Come on, let's do this. I'll just move this arm out of the way. The arm is making things a bit restricting. I find they kind of pop out a bit easier than an Android does. like that face, you know. Obviously with the smart dolls, you don't have any like change of faces or anything. They're stuck with the face you buy them with. So that's the fun thing about these figurines. You can have different faces. Oh, that's really good. So this is all the instruction you need, really, isn't it? And look, she's sitting quite wide-legged there, look, like this in this picture. Oh my goodness, she's so much fun. I wish I kind of had a separate camera because I could take photos along the way, couldn't I? I may do that. Yeah, so I took a photo of her. Looking a bit, I didn't do it quite like this one. I did it with her hand there. So we need to have a look at the others, don't we? So she can hold a laptop. So I think that's going to be more of a balance. I don't think it's going to clip into place or anything. Maybe you'd have to... Oh gosh, her head is falling apart. I'm not going to be messing with this too much. She's going to go on display, isn't she? Yeah, so I'll take a photo of her like this. And now I've noticed in the packet we've got a hand with a camera so she can take a photo, and she's got an alternative hand in here. They're closed fist hands, and you can see this. There's no glare on here, and you can she's got a closed fist hand on here, and it looks like we've got a thing that will hold all the hand pieces when not in use. But it looks like this has never been opened, so maybe they didn't feel the need for it. But the stand is in here. Now here is the tiny, tiny Mirai who's sitting on the shelf. Oh my goodness, how sweet. So she'll be able to sit on her arm like that. That's good. But we're going to change it, which doesn't want to hold too many things in one go, does she? So maybe I'm going to change her face back now to the one that she had on at the start. Now she's going to take a photo. She's really going to need to have her eyes open, isn't she? So I'm just thinking this is going to be her right hand. Now, I don't know if she'll be able to hold it in front of her face or anything. Maybe not. She's not holding it in front of her face on the picture here, which you've got glare. See, she's just holding it in the air. But I'll try. With a bit of difficulty. I might have to turn her head towards the camera. Oh my goodness, she actually can hold it up to her eye. No way. I'm super surprised about that, actually. This time I may stand her up. Make sure she's not a bow-legged or anything. Now, I think the most exciting bit might be with the doll, but what would be quite funny or really good is if she was taking a photo of the doll. So I'm going to use one of these little boxes. I've repurposed one of my sewing advent calendars and I've made labels and I put them in the drawer. This was number 9, look. So I'm going to put this over here and I'm going to put the little Mirai sitting on there. If I can, that is. I thought she might be able to sit on the edge. No, unfortunately, she can't sit on the edge of something. I wonder if she could sit on the edge of the laptop. No, it's because her feet turn in. She could sit on a thin ledge, but she can't. See, on here she can sit because it's a thin ledge. So, I've got an idea. if I hang the laptop over the edge, if there's enough weight, she may stay. Oh my goodness, I've just about done it. Right, I'm going to get the Mirai in place to take this photo and then I'll show you. So here we go. Now, I did have to put the little Mirai back on before I started doing this because I dropped my phone right by them and she fell off. So I had to mess around again. But look, she's taking a photo of her little Mirai. Isn't that really sweet? So here we go. Here's everything. Oh, don't they all look so sweet together? The perfect things for a Mirai fan. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.